Hi everyone. uh, Beautiful day today in Ohio. I mean, you can't see there, but you can kind of see out that way, the clouds. It's sunny, a little chilly, but the sun makes it feel good, so I waited a little bit later so I could come up and be on the swings after the school let out. But I'm not sure what's going on with me today. I kind of feel out of sorts. My energy's kind of, low today, I guess. I just don't quite feel myself today. Not sure why I'm feeling this, or why, or if it was because I was so emotional yesterday during my TikTok and YouTube being a mother. Because after I did that, I didn't realize how emotional I was and how it affected me. But maybe I needed to work through that and transmute those feelings out of me, which I thought was already out of me, or I thought I felt, but maybe I really didn't. And the other thing that's really been kind of hard on me lately, and not really hard, I shouldn't say hard, but it's like going back in the past. Like, I know on my YouTube, I always said I was going to do the new life, and that's what I've been working on. But lately, for some reason, I have been talking with my mom a lot on the front porch when we're there in the morning about the past. And it could be like almost 2 hours. We're literally talking about different subjects, different things. It could be me, it could be her. I've learned a lot about her lately, and probably, in the last probably 4 or 5 months. But yeah, it's just been really emotional today. And I'm not really sure if that has to do with the way I'm feeling, what we talked about. Maybe I needed to feel those emotions of my past to let it go. I mean, I know that's my favorite song. If anybody knows me, it's from the Frozen show, which my granddaughter, she loves it. And I think it's so cool because she has a lot of toys that have that. But my whole life been in the last probably 2 to 3 years is I've had to let so much stuff go. Like physical stuff and mentally stuff. And if anybody really knew me, like I know I come on here and I talk about some things, but I don't really discuss every single thing. If they really knew how my life was right now, they'd be like, God, how can you come on and do positive TikToks and YouTubes when your life looks like it does? And I always believe that God takes you down to your core, to the roughest times to bring you up out. And I just trust and have faith in that. I really do. And it's hard for me, to be honest with you, because me and my mom were talking about that today, how like I've slowed down ever since my surgery since September, and truly was meditating 3 times a day, and I was so different. I've changed so much. My ADHD's down, my OCD's down, and I can just sit on the front porch and just truly sit there and enjoy it with my mom, where I never used to be able to do that. I always had to be doing something, going somewhere, or whatever. But me and my mom kind of were talking about it today, and I think it stems from my dad, because my dad was always the type of person that he said you had to get up in the morning and you had to get outside and you have to be doing stuff. And I was the type of girl that wanted to lay out. I loved to lay out, but he would never let me lay out because he said, we don't have time to lay out. Get out there and weed the garden, or get out there and do something. Like, I just never, ever could just really be a kid and enjoy. Maybe that's why I like to come up and get on the swings, because I never really got to enjoy being a kid. I mean, yeah, we had fun stuff. I'm not saying that my life was that bad, but like my dad, we had motorcycles, and I was more brought up as a tomboy. And we did the stuff that he liked to do, because I was never allowed to be in sports or do anything like that, because that would take away from the family time. But as long as he liked it, we were allowed to do it. But I really feel like it was hard for me when I just truly knew I was supposed to just relax and not worry and not be fearful, and to just get my vibration up higher, and to meditate a lot more, and to slow down. It was opposite of anything I ever was taught. And to love myself. I mean, whoever said that when I was growing up? Not one person. They always said, look for love, find love. That's what I told my boys. That's just what I was taught. That's just what I thought was right. But really, once you start choosing yourself, everyone else chooses you too. Which, it was hard for me at first to really believe that, but I've came to see it more in my life. And the detachment's really been hard for me, to detach from things, like to detach from caring if I have that much money, caring about if my credit's good, caring about if where I'm living, caring about if I don't have a house right now. Just being here, being happy, being present, being grateful for where I am, and thanking the universe, God, higher, whoever you like resonate with, but thanking for every single thing that I've gotten to do since my divorce, places I've gotten to go, places I've seen, traveled so many different places. And I would have never got to do that if it wouldn't have been for my higher self, God, universe. So I'm truly grateful, and I'm not ever complaining about my life. I just wanted to come on and talk a little bit about, like, maybe it's just me wanting to start a new life for myself, and that's why I need to talk about my old life, and why I felt like I never could sit still and I had to be constantly so busy. Maybe I need to talk about that today, because it was all making sense of why I feel like that. And I know when I had my back surgeries and I stopped truly working, and it was very hard then, and I had to go on disability, I just felt like I existed, and I didn't like that feeling. But now I don't feel like I exist anymore, because I'm off my disability. I watch my grandson. I'm physical. I walk. I do yoga. I do workouts. I do anything to improve my life. And I felt like the disability crippled me, because everybody always had to watch I always felt like I had to watch what I was doing, even when I was trying to get myself better, because, I'd be posting and saying, oh, I'm working out, and my son would be like, don't post that. You're supposed to be on disability. You can't be working out. And I'm like, but I want to get better. Like, I wanted everybody to see that I was getting better, and maybe I had to prove it to myself to put it out there. I don't know. I really don't understand why I had to. Well, I know why I always posted so much on Facebook, because my ex told me not to, and I was just doing rebelliously after I got divorced. But I don't know. I'm just grateful that I'm not existing anymore, and I'm out living life, and I'm out loving life, and I'm making a difference. And even if it's in my grandson's life and my grandkids' life right now, and coming on here, making a difference for me and anybody that comes across this, I'm still making a difference. And that makes me feel like I have a purpose. I truly, like my son said, you need to get back into having a purpose. And I've always been so fortunate to be in jobs that I feel like I made a difference, and I truly loved. I might have had one or two jobs I didn't really care for, but not very many. So I don't know. I just felt led to come and talk about that today, and I'm just so grateful to have this TikTok and YouTube channel. So anyways, before I get done here, I'm Charlene Carver, and I'm Earth Angel, wanting everyone to find happiness and joy, and learning how to love yourself, because that's so important, and truly just making the best life that you can, because I don't know, I just feel like we only get one life, and you need to make it the best that you can. So anyways, with that being said, I hope this resonates with someone and helps someone, or at least it helped me today. So I love you all. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.